Jana Duggar's silent struggle. A mother's life on the line, a family holding its breath. What was meant to be a season of joy has turned into a race against time. With her pregnancy suddenly reclassified as high risk and unsettling reports from the hospital revealing serious complications, Jana Duggar's journey has shifted from peaceful anticipation to quiet survival. As one of America's most recognizable families gathers in hope and fear, every heartbeat now matters, and every moment may redefine the future. In a story where love and medicine battle side by side, where the hum of machines underscores whispered prayers, we invite you to witness the full emotional gravity of a mother's most delicate hour. Stay with us, not just to know what happens next, but to feel why it matters. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering here today with open hearts, attentive minds, and compassionate spirits. The story we share is one of intense emotion, profound concern, and unwavering hope. A raw and tender chapter in the life of Jana Duggar and her growing family. We honor your capacity for empathy and your readiness to stand beside them in this time of fragility and faith. In recent days, Jana Duggar, the beloved member of a large and deeply connected family, has faced a sudden and worrisome turn in her pregnancy. What began as a time of quiet anticipation and joyful expectancy has given way to urgent medical concern. This is not a tale of sensational headlines or celebrity scandal. This is the lived reality of a mother in jeopardy, a family in crisis, and a community rallying around them with love and prayer. Evidence emerged during what was intended as a standard prenatal checkup. Physicians noted troubling signs, irregularities in the baby's heartbeat, atypical fluid levels, and subtle but unsettling patterns in uterine activity. Although such symptoms may sometimes resolve, these indicators were serious enough to merit immediate intervention. Within hours, Jana found herself admitted to a specialized maternal fetal health unit, with her pregnancy suddenly reclassified from routine to high risk. Today, Jana is receiving round-the-clock medical supervision. Her care team comprises maternal fetal medicine experts, obstetricians, nurses, and pediatric consultants. Their primary goals are twofold: to extend the length of the pregnancy as safely as possible and to ensure a rapid, coordinated response should early delivery become necessary. Ultrasounds are now scheduled daily or even multiple times a day to track fetal growth, fluid levels, and umbilical blood flow. Non-stress tests monitor the baby's heart rate and response to movement. Blood pressure, hydration, and uterine activity are vigilantly assessed, while medications, including hydration therapy, blood pressure support, and corticosteroids for fetal lung development, support the intricate physiology of prenatally fragile life. Reports from hospital observers paint a scene suffused with hushed intensity. Late-night alarms gently sound, monitors blink, staff nodes shift in soft uniforms. Texts of encouragement and silent prayers fill phones in a distant but unyielding embrace. Meals are delivered to waiting family members. Blankets are passed around. It is a rhythm of hope tempered by fear, of community woven through clinical precision. The psychological chords this story strikes are unmistakable. Expectant mothers often speak of the paradox of pregnancy, hope and apprehension dancing side by side. For Jana, the stakes have escalated. She now lives in the stark space between pushing forward and holding back. Photo movement may bring relief, but increased contractions bring worry. A quiet lunch may lift spirits one day and weigh heavy the next. Every minute feels negotiated with the future, every breath balanced between two lives. One particularly intimate moment arrives when Jana closes her eyes and listens, first to her own heartbeat, then the gentle thrum of the monitor representing the one growing inside her. It is a precious moment, both painful and precious, a heartbeat that represents joy and fear, innocence and uncertainty. A call room door opens softly. A nurse enters with reassurance and a warm smile, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. Jana returns that smile with quiet fortitude, as if saying, "Thank you for standing with me." If we allow ourselves to step even closer, to imagine the world just beyond those hospital curtains. The community's response becomes palpable. The Duggar home, usually a bustling mosaic of children and chores, is now transformed into a hub of support and care. There are shifts to care for siblings and prepare breakfasts and deliver warm meals. The mail arrives with small envelopes holding heartfelt letters from strangers offering hope. A neighbor drops off a quilt handcrafted with care, a prayer woven into each stitch. A pastor quietly offers spiritual accompaniment. A friend organizes a prayer chain. Here lies one of the story's greatest truths. Crises, as painful as they are, also make visible the deepest chords of connection. When Jana's pregnancy became high risk, she did not move into an ICU alone. She moved into the arms of love itself. The hospital may hold the monitors and medications, but love holds the spaces between the beeps, filling them with shared breaths and synchronized hearts. In an age where news often rushes past us, this moment demands stillness. It demands that we resist the urge to look away, to change the channel, to click next. This is not melodrama crafted for viewers' rush. It is the unfolding of real life in its most naked form, and in staring at it clearly, without spectacle, without glamour, we return to what matters most. For Jana's medical care, these protocols are essential. Bed rest conserves strength. Medications support vital systems. Monitoring detects change. The care team stands at the ready. Resulting decisions, whether to continue the pregnancy or proceed with early delivery, will be weighed with care, evidence, and love. There are no easy answers, only committed steady attention and professional vigilance. For the family, the Duggar household is sustaining itself on love, prayer, and quiet coordination. Strength is not measured here in resilience alone, but in the willingness to show up day after day. The oldest sister preparing breakfast with gentle care. The grandchildren whispering stories when tension creeps in. The volunteers accepting schedules with calm efficiency. The prayers offered at each shift change. Every meal, every flashlight held in the night. For every one of us who witnesses, what role might we play? Simple gestures matter. A candle lit at home. A heartfelt note. A silent moment of intention. A donation toward neonatal care. A message that says, reminder, this is not a performance. This is living, and your presence is seen and held. So what comes next? As the days unfold, the pregnancy will continue under medical supervision. Fetal monitoring will track progress. If a crucial threshold of risk is crossed, perhaps in fluid levels, fetal growth curves, or uterine shifts, then early delivery may be recommended as the wisest path. That decision will be made with twin aims: protect the baby, preserve the mother. It may mean weeks of prematurity, or it may, through careful extension, mean closer to full term. The decision will hinge on data, medical judgment, and the family's readiness to respond. We will remain vigilant, watching for hopeful signs: stabilized fluid levels, steady fetal heart rates, maternal strength returning. The family home once again bustling with the comfortable noise of everyday life. The moment a new heartbeat, the one outside the womb, joins the chorus. The mother, carried through her weeks of quiet courage, breathing in relief. There are no guarantees in human stories, but whether or not this chapter ends in full-term celebration or a delicate preterm beginning, know this: Jana is surrounded by science and spirit, by medical attention and prayerful intention. This story is still unfolding, and at its center is every mother who has ever felt a heartbeat and wondered, every family that has prayed for the unseen, every person who has paused in the midst of life and said a silent prayer. To Jana, your bravery is luminous. To the unborn child, your life matters fiercely. To the Duggar family, your unity is a balm. And to every listener, your compassion is a gift. In the hush of morning or the stillness before sleep, keep them with you, in thought, in prayer, in the small yet powerful light that shines from collective care. Thank you, dear listeners, for honoring this moment. May the space we hold, filled with empathy, attention, and love, be a cradle for hope. And may the days ahead bring clarity, strength, and the sound of two stable heartbeats. One small, one stronger still, echoing loudly with promise. Thanks for watching.